seasons of double-digit losses and just one playoff berth in the last 10 seasons. It's all left a lot of frayed nerves around the Giants organization, and a lot of impatience has built up. That's why this is such an important season for so many people in the building, because as much as the Giants say that they believe in general manager Dave Gettleman and his plan, and quarterback Daniel Jones and his ability, if they fall on their face this season, it's going to be hard to convince John Mara not to blow everything up, change quarterbacks, change general managers, and move on. The stakes this season are really that high because they spent the last 4 years rebuilding. They spent a lot of money in free agency, and they believe that the pieces are in place for this team to finally become a contender. They've always believed in Daniel Jones. Now they've surrounded him with an array of weapons. Kenny Golladay got his $72 million contract. They drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round. They brought in sure-handed tight end Kyle Rudolph to go with Pro Bowl tight end Evan Ingram, and Saquon Barkley is back, and they believe at full strength. All this goes with a defense that was ranked 12th in the NFL last season and really carried them to that 6-10 record. They believe with the influx of offense, with what that should do for Daniel Jones, they certainly should be in the playoff hunt now with an expanded playoff deal. But the things to watch and worry about really still start on that offense. For one, none of their weapons have been healthy this summer, which means even though they expect all of them back either for the opener or early in the season, they haven't had a lot of time together to gel, to work on their timing, to really let offensive coordinator Jason Garrett see what they're able to do. So they've been hinting for weeks that they could get off to a slow start offensively. They're certainly warning that that's going to be the case, and that's something to watch because, boy, the Giants' schedule gets really tough later in the season. Road games at Kansas City, at Tampa Bay, at New Orleans. It's just a difficult slate. The biggest reason for the Giants to worry? Stop me when you've heard this before. It's the same thing it's been for the last decade. The offensive line. They didn't do a lot to fix it in the offseason. Dave Gettleman believes in the young players he brought in. There's not a lot of evidence to support that they're going to be a good line, but he believes they will be. If they can protect Daniel Jones and block for Saquon Barkley, they really could score some points and be a good team. If not, if they struggle, well, you might be looking at just a huge shakeup of this organization in the offseason, which will lead them to starting over in 2022.